All glories to Summon Lord. All glories to Summon Lord. All glories, all glories, all glories. Shigur and Shigura, Prabhupada ki. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jnananandasya Jnananjana Shalaka Chakshuranmritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishnu Snapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamakhyan Dadati Shabdaantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavascha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathatam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanatam Shri Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shrivan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarabhisha Kripa Sandhu Jivacha Paditanam Pavanebhya Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shastri Gaur Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langai Degirim Yathurpadam Shri Paramananda Madhava Sri Chaitanyeshwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Avdare Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Sarasdevi Gurvan Charane Viseshno Vishadhistarane. Today we are reading from Canto Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 33, text number 6. Yennamadeya Sravananukirtanad Yennamadeya Sravananukirtanad Yat Prahvanad Yat Smaranad Apikvachid Yat Prahvanad Yat Smaranad Apikvachid Swadopi Sadhya Savanaya Kalpate Swadopi Sadhya Savanaya Kalpate Kuta Punaste Bhagavanu Darshana Kuta Punaste Bhagavanu Darshana Yennamadiya Sravananu Kirtana Yat Brahmanad Yat Smaranad Abhikvachid Swadopi Sadhya Savanaya Kalpate Kuta Punaste Bhagavanu Darshana
Yennamadeya Shravananu Kirtana Yat Pravanat Yasmaranat Apikvachit Swadopi Sadhya Savanaya Kalpate Kuta Punaste Bhagavan Darshana
Namadeya Shravananu Kirtana Pravadadya Smarana Apikapachit स्वादोऽपि सद्य श्रवणाय कल्पते
स्वादोऽपि सद्य श्रवणाय कल्पते
कुतः पुनस्ते भगवान् दर्शनात्
कुतः पुनस्ते भगवान् दर्शनात् यन्नामधेय श्रवणानुकीर्तनात् यन्नामधेय श्रवणानुकीर्तनात् श्रवणात् यत् स्मरणादपि क्वचित् यत् श्रवणात् यत् स्मरणादपि क्वचित् स्वादोऽपि सद्य श्रवणाय कल्पते स्वादोऽपि सद्य श्रवणाय कल्पते कुतः पुनस्ते भगवान् दर्शनात् कुतः पुनस्ते भगवान् दर्शनात्
Yet,
Yet
of whom the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
Supreme Personality of Godhead,
Namadhiya, the name, Sravana, hearing, Anukirtanat, by chanting, Yet, to whom, Prahavanat, by offering obeisances, Yet, whom, Smaranat, by remembering, Api, even, Kvachit, at any time, Swa Adaha, a dog eater, Api, even, Sadhyaha, immediately, Savanaya, for performing Vedic sacrifices, Kalpate, becomes eligible, Kutaha, what to speak of, Punaha, again, Te, you, Bhagavan, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, no, then Darshanath, by seeing face to face. Translation: to say nothing of the spiritual advancement of persons who see the Supreme Person face to face. Even a person born in a family of dog eaters immediately becomes eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices if he once utters the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or chants about him, hears about his pastimes, offers him obeisances, or even remembers him. Purport by His Divineness Bhaktan Swarupa Ki Jai. Herein the spiritual potency of chanting, hearing, or remembering the holy name of the Supreme Lord is greatly stressed. Prabhu Goswami has discussed the sequence of sinful activities of the conditioned soul, and he has established in Bhakti Samra Sindhu that those who engage in devotional service become freed from the reactions of all sinful activities. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. The Lord says that he takes charge of one who surrenders unto him, and he makes him immune to all reactions to sinful activities. If by chanting the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one becomes so swiftly cleared of all reactions to sinful activities, then what is to be said of those persons who see him face to face? Another consideration here is that persons who are purified by the process of chanting and hearing become immediately eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices. Generally, only a person who is born in a family of Brahmanas who has been reformed by the 10 kinds of purificatory process and who is learned in Vedic literature is allowed to perform the Vedic sacrifices. But here the word sadhyaha immediately is used, and Sridhar Swami also remarks that one can immediately become eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices. A person born in a family of low caste, which is accustomed to eat dogs, is so positioned due to his past sinful activities. But by chanting or hearing one's impureness, or in an offenseless manner, he is immediately relieved of sinful reaction. Not only is he relieved of the sinful reaction, but he immediately achieves the result of all purificatory process. Taking birth in the family of a Brahmana is certainly due to past activities in one's past life, but still a child who is born in a family of Brahmana depends for his further reformation upon initiation into acceptance of a sacred thread and many other reformative processes. But a person who chants the holy name of the Lord, even if born in a family of chandalas, dog eaters, does not need reformation. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna, he immediately becomes purified and becomes as good as the most learned Brahmana. Sure, Prabhu told me to speak. I mean, only off. So, obeying his instructions, I'll stop here. I neither have any qualification nor have any realization. I'm very fallen, and even today also. So I seek the blessings of everyone. Hare Krishna. So this is amazing verse actually. This is about the glories of chanting the holy name. Should not be confused immediately, because
Rebo.
immediately after you chant the pure name, immediately chant the name offenselessly, then you become qualified. That's what Prabhupada mentioned. So still, anybody who has taken shelter of the holy name, अहो बट स्वपचतो गरियान यज्जिह्वाग्रे वर्तते नाम तुभ्यम तेपुस तपस्ते जुहु स्वस्नुरार्य ब्रह्मानुचरणाम गृह्णन्ति. That is the next verse actually. The famous verse. I thought that is a verse, but it is today, one verse before. So a person, swapacha means dog. A person who has taken birth in the family of dog eaters, but a person who vibrates the holy name on the tongue, pure name on his tongue, is all the good qualities of giving charity, reading the Vedic scriptures, and actually I can read the translation directly instead of speculating. Oh, how glorious are those whose tongues are chanting your holy name. Even if born in the families of dog eaters, such persons are worshipable. Person who chant the holy name of your lordship must have executed all kinds of austerities and fire sacrifices and achieved all the good manners of the Aryans. To be chanting the holy name of your lordship, they must have bathed at holy places of the pilgrimage, studied Vedas, and fulfilled everything required. Amazing. Even if born in the family of dog eaters, such persons are worshipped. Amazing. Power of the holy name. Right? And Subha Goswami writes in Vidaktamada, Tunde Tandavani, Ratim Vidnute Tundavali Lapyate, Karanakroda Kadambini Gatete, Karanabhite Bhyaspraham, Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijete, Sarvendriyanam Kritim, Najani Janitakiyadur Amrite, Krishna Tiranadvayi. I do not know how much nectar the two syllables of Krishna have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many mouths. And when the name enters the holes of the ears, we desire many millions of years. And when that holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all the senses become inert. Sri Rupa Goswami, he was reading it to Saram. There was a conversation between the discussion between Ramanandra and with Rupa Goswami when everyone was present. That's when he read this. So, Kali Yuga is a yuga of darkness. Kali Yuga is an age of darkness. One person asked me recently, I told this actually now on Lord Chaitanya's appearance day. If when a person is sentenced to punishment, judge tells why you are punished, and then you give the punishment. I have done something 10 lifetimes ago, I'm receiving punishment now. Then second, the sad thing is, it doesn't change your mind. You're not reformed. That person said, isn't it cruelty? And I asked him, when you do something wrong, they put you in jail, or you have a traffic violation, they give you $250 punishment. Will they change your mind? Will they reform you? No. There is a punishment to what you have done. Same thing here also. So, so what is that? Then he said, but of course, I don't know what I did. So that I'll be very careful. I will not do it next time. These are the very difficult answers for any spiritualist, actually. That's where atheists gain a lot of support. Actually. Then I told them, then actually I really meditated. You know, then really I think Krishna's revelation, I'm very grateful actually. Kali Yuga, the problem with Kali Yuga is Kali Yuga means darkness. The other day I was telling Manda means Antha. Plus A, Antha. You know, so darkness means everyone is blind. So all the nice things are removed from this world. The books that will tell you, all this information, they're removed. They disappeared literally. And those qualified people who can tell you, hey, this you have done this, you go through this prascharya, or prayaschitta. Prascharya is also there, that word. Prascharya means you know what you have done wrong. So you will do the fasting. It's mentioned in Mount Sanhita. And you will burn the previous reaction so that you don't need to take birth again to come. So Lord Chaitanya knew this actually. And all the wonderful things will be removed and people will be removed, the machinery is removed. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so merciful, he brought that holy name, Kolokira Premadana Harinam Sankirtan. Woman, if you're understanding. This one point is enough for you to become atheistic actually. And I don't know, I'm punished for what I'm not, I don't know what I've done. So that next time will not repeat again. And what is the Lord Chaitanya's contribution? Lord Chaitanya's contribution is he made the process very easy. He opened the doors of the Golok Vrindavan, the love of God, and they just distributed left and right, and they made the process so easy. He made it very easy, and he knowing very well. Prabhu said, I came to America to, what is it? We are thinking of establishing Varnashram, but Varnashram, it's impossible. It's not possible this age. Because the modes are so much mixed up. And in the past, the marriage and all arranged in proper way. So somebody is a Kshatriya, somebody is a Brahmana. Today, no. Prabhupada said it's not possible. That's why Prabhupada said, what is it? Just chant Hare Krishna. Prabhupada went and, to Australia and he saw brahmacharis there. Very literally, they don't have any spiritual energy. Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna. So, a person who develops faith in Hare Krishna, eventually will pull it along. That's why this verse, what is that? Yat prahavanadi smarana dapi kuchit. Yannamade sravananu kirtana. So one has to develop faith. Means we are holding on to the last rope of Kali Yuga. The best rope also. That's why people consider Kali Yuga as the best. Why? Though all the machinery is removed, Rupa Goswami came. First Lord Chaitanya brought Bhagavatam. And as soon as Krishna left, Krishna Sudhama Upkade Dharma Jnana Divisaha Kalanashla Drishyamisha Purana Arkutunadit. So Krishna, what he did, when he was departing, Dharma Jnana, Dharma is gone, Jnana is gone, everything is gone, everyone is gone. Then what is the shelter? There is this Kali Yuga, darkness. Bhagavatam descended. So Lord Chaitanya, that's why what is that? Influenced the Acharyas, Madhacharya and all to bank on Srimad Bhagavatam. Directly give you love of God. Where is that mentioned in other ages? Other ages Bhagavatam was there, not that it's not there. But it is ignored. So Bhagavatam is the scripture, it is there. And Lord Chaitanya brought this Harinam, Golokya Brahmadan Harinam Sankirtanam. And people have the infatuation for eating. If you really ask me, in this world, only two pleasures I see: sex life and eating. That's it. Visibly, it is eating actually. So, what is that? And our minds are so corrupt and so difficult to even control. Lord Prabhupada said, where is the room for controlling the mind? Just chant and hear Prabhupada said that. Actually, if you're very disturbed, today the propagation is so like you'll sit in meditation. What an advertisement, huh? No, you'll smile. Means pleasure. Hey, you're going through trouble and you sit in silent meditation, mind will take you for a ride for the entire 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever you meditate. That's why mindfulness has come into the society today. Actually. Be mindful of what you're doing. You are there in Mangalarti, but you're not there actually. You are there on the altar, but you're not there if you're not careful. Mindful means you are engaging mind. Most of the time, mind engages you. When mind engages you, you are not mindful. Mind is in fullness, giving you trouble. How many agree? Only when we are mindful is when we eat, where the senses are very active. You're falling asleep, put a plate of prasad before you, fully awake. Fully awake. But otherwise, chanting the holy name, you chant, I do my job, you do your job. Mind says, all right. So you're chanting, mind goes first, India. Any children, job, green card. If you have green card, you're proud that you have green card next to 3 rounds. If you don't have green card, you're sad that you don't have green card next to 3 rounds. Amazing a mind actually. 11th canto Bhagavatam says, mind is like a prostitute, unchaste wife. It will sell the husband to the paramours. Paramours will come and kill the husband also, as mentioned in Bhagavatam. So spiritual life, goal of spiritual life is actually control the mind. Without controlling the mind, Nishta, Ruchi, they won't, it's not easy to attain them actually. Or maybe the mercy will come one day, But Krishna's 6th chapter emphasis, Bhagavad Gita emphasizes on this. But how difficult it is to control the mind. So, Rupa Goswami is writing, I do not know how much nectar Krishna's syllables. Prabhupada, that's why did not emphasize on just controlling the mind. Prabhupada said chant and hear. Means open the bag, let the Krupa flow in. But you turn like this, holy name is coming in, but you're closing the bag of your heart. So it is going down. At least there is some benefit though, So, but if you treasure all the holy names in the heart, then the purification happens. When the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of mind. Because the soul is the main driver. Mind is only like one time, I don't know who gave that analogy. Your mind is like a calculator or a computer a rich man owns. So, sorry, mind and brain analogy that is actually. When the brain is destroyed, problem, your computer is destroyed, you're not undone. But your time being, you're affected. All the passwords, everything there only.
It's called the last computer.
Mind, if a rich man is a computer where all the data is there. See, the computer is destroyed. What happens? You are not dead, you're undone. So likewise, people live without brain also. Even so there are children who live in the area of brain, they had only soup, little just liquid. Still the children lived. So anyway, the point I'm making is, or even this analogy you can take, you are the rich man and mind, is a computer, but it has got virus. Mind is a computer that is infected with virus. What happened? You try to type, one thing will come and eat up the syllables. What is this? You'll be frustrated. So likewise, our impurities are our enemies. So Rupa Goswami, what is the Prabhupada writing in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? Aprarabdha phalam papam kutam bijam phalam mukam kramene phaliyata Vishnu bhakti. What is our problem? Kali Yuga means one thing I understood after dealing with so many people for a very long time. We all have mountains of bad karma. That's it. Huge. Even if whoever you may be, with all the great education, everything, but we have descended to this world with the mountains of bad karma, Sumeru. So everyone is purified. So aprarabdha means that this Prabhu Goswami writes, the sin, it is in kutam. Prarabdha to become prarabdha, it goes through stages. Kutam. When you do wrong thing, you're sowing a seed. You're pushing it in the ground. It's not visible. You robbed the bank. Nobody knows. You started distributing that money also. Everyone calls you a pure devotee. But one person knows Paramatma, you are not. Then one day, Bijam, it'll sprout. Then also nothing happens. Full on mukha, it will become a tree and the first fruit comes. And he says, slept late, I got a stomach ache. What happened? And that is ready to fructify. Then it will become prarabdha, suffering. Whether it's prolonged sickness or court cases. So, kramine phaliyat Vishnu bhakti ratmanam. One time person once said, a person who takes, we have done so much of sinful activities, you take a shortcut and you get initiated. Or the mountain has to be removed. Mountain is removed now. Now you can have legally you can enjoy now. Yes, no. So Maharaj said, what happens? Krishna will bring that mountain back because of what you have done in the past. You have a nature now, a conditioning. The conditioning has to be undone. For that, what Krishna does, he'll bring the same thing back, and he will do that. He'll apply that as a condition. Like whatever happens in the conditions. This is what he said. I really do not know. Trust me. And then, but if it is very big, he'll go through so much suffering. He'll make it small. If it is very small, he'll make it little big. So likewise, he will try to undo your conditioning. Maharaj said, this is not karma, this is bhakti. So like, big karma, accident has to happen, you have to lose both the hands and legs. This is rather some example. Will that accident happen? It will not happen. Krishna thinks this is detrimental to your bhakti, he'll remove it. If it has to happen, Radhana Swami said, out of billions of population, Krishna will personally supervise this accident to happen. Where you have to lose your hands and legs, you lose little hairs. But you'll be put into anxiety. So much anxiety. But I was like, thank God. Or there is one more way Krishna gets it. You'll have a dream. You met with an accident, both legs are gone, hands are gone. You wake up. Oh, amazing. Anyone went through any type of that type of dreams?
Yes.
Wow. Krishna removed it just by putting you in confusion for a few minutes. So, Vishnu Jagadav Thakur says, I'm reading it now. Each of the anarthas have 5 grades of anartha nivritti, nullification. Limited or partial, ekadesha vartani. Means your anarthas are partially removed. Pervasive, bahudesha vartani. Means majority of the anarthas removed. Praiki, almost complete. And one more, purna, complete. And absolute, atyantiki. Thus, the nullification of anarthas arising from aparad is as follows. Please listen. From the start of devotional activities, bhajana kriya, anartha nivritti is partial according to the nyaya. So, at the moment you start chanting, bhajana kriya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ekadesha vartane. Your impurities are removed, partially. The town burned, the cloth is torn. According to the Gramo Dagda Patonya, Pato Bagaha logic. When we hear that the town is burned, we can imagine that some of it must be still existing. Or if the cloth is torn, the pieces are still existing. Likewise, when you start doing Bhajana Kriya, means what? Anarthas are partially removed, but they are there. By the continued practice, with the appearance of Nishtha, the eradication is more pervasive. When you retain Nishtha, the eradication is almost like, pervasive. Pervasive means what? One sannyasi, GVC is coming. Sweep, 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 jaldi, jaldi. Hey, Prabhu, chairs ke niche bahut dust hai. She will not see that. Don't worry. Chalo, sweep it. So she, hey, your temple is very clean. Yeah, thank you. But dust is there. So that is what's called pervasive. You're liking the example? The next one is with the appearance of with the appearance of rati or bhava, the eradication is almost complete. Means only in bhava stage, your eradication is almost complete. With the appearance of prema, the eradication is complete. With the intentment of Lord's association, the eradication of anarthas is absolute. Means they will not come back. So don't worry, even if you attain bhava stage, once in a while you are tormented, you understand it will happen. And you attend prema, okay, great. Only seeing the Krishna, so anarthas is absolute. The eradication is absolute with no possibility of their appearance. When? Only after seeing him. Hope you are not distressed or depressed. Right? So, but what is that? One pure name, one Shuddhanam is enough. That's why Prahlad Maharaj, he did not ask anything, but he asked, my Lord, take me out of the three modes. I want to do bhakti free from three modes. Means once for all, I don't want to get into that area. So then, and then I'll do bhakti. I don't want to come to Vaikuntha. So Prahlad Maharaj, one Prahlad Maharaj in Sutala planet, doing preaching to demons. Another Prahlad Maharaj is with Narsingadev, I heard, in Vaikuntha. So the point is, that's why one has to make this as a goal. What is that? Everything, whatever we gain externally by being a devotee or trying to become a devotee is just superficial externally. Positions, department head, temple president, vice president, GBC, all they are just external. But whatever we gain internally, nobody can remove from your hands. Sometimes I meditate, and if you become this next lifetime, why people don't meditate? They are so busy in their present lives, they don't even think of the next life. If you really meditate, then everyone will join full time today only, whether Grahastha or Brahmachari. Everyone will join full time. Okay, you have become a CEO of Google. Amazing. And exactly 30 years later, one tree is born in that Google front courtyard. And you are the tree. I have a question for all. Will you become a Google CEO if you are going to become a tree in Google? No. Nobody. I was reading yesterday 16th chapter. Tanaham dishadakuranam samsareshnanadam kshipam yajastram asurisveva yonishu. If you have all these impurities, I'll cast into the lower and lower species. But today, the power of Maya, everything is all right. I'm initiated, Tutu mantram, 4 rounds, finished, And there is same another nivritti, same anathas, When somebody wants to become really serious, they should read Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Madhuri Kadambari. Uh, Sincerity. Or learn to ignore the mind. Be firmly situated, I am not this mind. You chant 64, 128 rounds. Oh, amazing. Why bhakti was difficult? Let me finish. Yeah. 128 rounds, amazing. And then you go to sleep. For you to go to sleep, what happens? You need trigger tamoguna. When you'll get up, everything is initialized to zero. Yesterday, whatever ecstasy, it is like Brahma gets up, whatever he has done, creation is all destroyed. Start afresh. Brahma says, no problem. Likewise, whatever great chanting you have done, whatever service you have done, whatever ecstasy you went through yesterday, you get up in the morning, it's zero, literally. First round, again, same first round of yesterday, same second round of yesterday. After some time, people give up actually. That's why guidance is needed always. But if we hold, serve seva, Prabhupada mentions why bhakti was difficult. You don't know when you will get Krishna's grace and you will be, what is that? You'll go to the next level. Mayavadi is Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. It's on your own only. Sometimes you read Tulsi Maharani meditated, did tapasya 40,000 years. How many? 40,000 years. We don't even do 40 years actually. So one should not, if we understand Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace and we become serious, we will be willing to go through the transformation. Lord Chaitanya, Trunadapi Sunita was the first one is all the advantages of the holy name. Second one, despite these advantages, Durdaivam. No raga. There's any non-raga. Anuraga, there's no anuraga, no attachment. But what is it? Trunadapi Sunichana. Trunadapi Sunichana means, actually we say it's mind, but it's ego behind. Prabhu, don't preach to him. May unko dhyan de raho. The moment somebody, whatever we think we own it, somebody comes and tries to claim it. Even if they don't try to claim, we think like that. So then immediately the ego comes into the activity. And you will not look at them straight. And you consider that as person. In the meetings and all, they say 2-3 lines. I know. You're like this. Wow, amazing. That ego is so high. So Lord Chaitanya gave a solution. He became humble. Then in that humility, he said to the next verse, my Lord, I don't need anything, my Lord. Not dhanam, not janam, not sundarim. Definitely not. Means Lord Chaitanya is feeling, hey, you are attached to that, then you may reject me. No, my Lord. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. And I'm not also asking liberation, my Lord. I'll be your servant only. Then his humility increased further. Ainanda Tanuja Kinkara. My lord, I am only 10 power minus for tipo there. Actually, when I was reading it, when I understand, Garam Prabhu made a nice statement. This world is created for only one thing. Everyone in this world is an emperor in his own kingdom. If you agree, they're all emperors. One person comes and gives class and go. He is very humble, Amazing soul. Why? He spoke to me.
Could you say that again? That person who came and spoke is a great soul.
That person is amazing, huh? So humble. And he told me all these things to me. He is humble because he spoke to you. Everyone has a purport. I'm going to agree. So end of the day, it is my thing, huh? And this has increased. Actually, 50, 60 years ago, 40 years ago, because Sunil Gavaskar is coming, we'll click the pictures of Sunil Gavaskar and put the picture in their home. Now, Sunil Gavaskar comes, you stand behind, I'll take the selfie. I am in the front. Gavaskar is behind. Hey, you may be Gavaskar, I don't care. What is your good fortune? You are with me. What is my bad fortune? I'm not Gavaskar. I don't know the president who is some name, one or the cricketer. Huh? Kohli, okay. So what is my misfortune? I couldn't become you. What is your good fortune? You could stand behind me. Be happy for that. We don't say this. Heightened ego. India, more than cell phone, the camera. If you land in Mumbai, this has 3 cameras on the cell phone. Drone person was telling, the advertisement, it is all about camera only because Indians love this camera. It was never there before. So anyway, what is that? Heightened ego, a small problem, immediately become defensive. So, but what is the solution? Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitamam vishme bhavambudo kripaya tvapad pankaja sthitaduli sadrasam vichintaya. This verse, Krishna is put on an infinite platform, infinite greatness, and Lord Chaitanya putting himself as a tiny fragment. Pada dhuli. You want to look at it actually, Pada. The humility, height of humility. That's where we actually know. A person who has, what is the enemy of sense gratification? Humility. What is the enemy of humility? Sense gratification. Pride is one of the bad qualities. Yesterday I was reading in 60th chapter. Pride means your intelligence is weak. Yesterday I went there and they were talking about you. Really? What did they talk? Means your intelligence is weak, your mind is strong. In the childhood, if it is actually, environment, especially you're youthful and that girl talk about you. What? So intelligence is weak. Pride will trick. Pride means your spiritual life is spirituality is not deep, very superficial. You want the whole world to know about you. Means intelligence is weak and mind is strong. So, but Krishna doesn't like it. Brahma, Krishna took everything from Vamandev. And Vamandev, Krishna told, arrest him with Varna ropes. All the things are happening right before he is next to his wife. His wife was standing there actually. And all ministers, everyone starts scolding actually. In just 1 minute, everything is gone. Everyone was scolding, but he was standing there. Brahma became an advocate for Vamandev, for Bali Maharaj. My lord, what is my lord? Patram pushpam phalam toyam. If anybody gives you little water, you'll be so happy. If anyone gives you a leaf, you're happy, my lord. This person fulfilled 2/3 of your promise, my Lord. And what you did? आप उनको नंगा कर दिया. You're putting him on the road. And you arrested right before his wife. I don't think anybody wants to be humbled before his wife. That too not Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga maybe he'll be humbled, but this is those days. And he's not anybody. Who is that? Hey, emperor for the whole world, not whole world, universe. And right now his wife is watching and he is arrested. My Lord, this is too much, my Lord. Amanda said, when my devotee becomes proud, I cannot see that. I take everything from him. Then I put him on the reality check. Then Ainanda Tanoja Kinkaram Adita Krapayato Pada Pankajasti the Dhuli. When the emperor position is gone, you become a dust. Yes. I am your dust, my Lord. End of the day. Dust is visible, 10 power minus for tip of the hair, soul is not visible. That person I'll deal with. Then if you are in that state, Nayanangala Dasutta. That state of humility, then tears will come. The heightened ego sitting on the emperor, in the heart. We are sitting ourselves as an emperor of big throne of ego. Tears won't come. But when we consider myself, the servant of servant, Sthita Dhuli, there is an alvar, Tondaradi Podi alvar. I never knew the meaning of it for a long time actually. Is it like that? What is that? Is the Madarenu. Vaishnavera Madarenu Das. So that is the meaning of it, right?
Yes.
If you translate into our language, Vaishnava Padaduli Das. Wow. Then we can experience Nayanangala Dasradharya. Then the separation will come. Yugayadam Nimishya. And Lord Chaitanya was feeling separation instantly. And he told that verse. Only he knew, Radharani knew. Astalash. Actually, this one verse is enough. I mean, this 8 verses are enough. That will take us to Shraddha to Prema. But the gateway to great way is which I could never apply. Thank you very much. This is what I want to speak. So the holy name, yes, why not? What is Lord Chaitanya's contribution? The topmost is given to everyone. Patra, patra, deki na deki, sthan is sthan. Something like that. So he gave qualification. If this is what we are going to achieve, what we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, why not we become serious? But the laziness. We take things for granted. No problem. Today actually I was thinking, hey, what is mind? I've been chanting for this many years. What are the mistakes? Knowingly committed, unknowingly committed. So the Prabhupada said you don't need the 10 puraschari, that process sanskaras you don't need. You don't need means, it's not easy. Where are the Brahmins to recite mantras? Prabhupada chant Hare Krishna straight. That's what I want to speak. Take shelter of the holy name. Harinam. Sincerely. Continuously chant the holy name. Holy name will offer the shelter. That what is it? This our Mayapur that goes home in the entrance. Our Prempalya Mataji's in-laws home. In the entrance, there is actually a verse. I went there 20 years ago. Aviswase saviswasam, sorry, saviswasam ramsmar dine dine, thunaswase naviswasam agamishanti vanava. That is a verse. Wow, it came. Hey, my dear brothers, you chant Ram's name in every breath. I mean, for us, Krishna's name. But don't put faith on the next breath because the next breath may not be there. Punaswasam naviswasam. Agamishanti vanava. So pratiswase saviswasam. Ram smara dine dine. With that feeling, this is my last breath. Fill your breath with the name of the Ram, name of Krishna. Not putting faith on the next breath. Punaswasa naviswasa. That will never come. Wow, that was amazing. That was at the entrance. You know, when we get up in the morning, it's so difficult to get up because shaking of the ignorance. So, understanding that our mind and our senses are our enemies, holy name is our weapon, association of devotees is our weapon, prasad is our weapon, Srimad Bhagavatam is our weapon, Radha Gopijan Darshan, Nitya Patman Darshan is our weapon. Then that person eventually, one day when Krishna thinks we are ready, then Krishna will bestow the cosmic sweets. Any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it. Yes.
In the verse it is said that even a dog eater who takes the pure origin will become immediately qualified. But like, I mean, it won't happen, right? Because he is coming from dog eater. Like, to take the pure origin, he needs that consciousness to chant that name, right? So will it, I mean, how can it happen?
Why not? Prabhupada delivered drug addicts and hippies. Prabhupada did not preach to MIT, Harvard, or IITs. They were all drug addicts.
But can it happen immediately?
Immediately means the moment you chant the holy name, pure name, immediately it will make. That's why it is said. And I read it. I went actually yesterday night. I read today morning also. I read it because what is that? To be on safe side. A person born in family of low caste, which is extreme to eat dogs, is so positioned due to past sinful activities. But by chanting or hearing once in pureness or in an offenseless manner, he is immediately relieved of the sinful reaction. Ajamil chanting is actually helpless. Because he was helpless, his chanting became offenseless, freed from 10 offenses. I don't think your mind is distracted when Yamadutas are coming and they're trying to take, right? Sridhar Swami explains, actually he was calling his son. In that process, at the end he remembered Narayan. That's what Sridhar Swami says. And helpless way. So you're drowning and helicopter is going. What will you say? Help. Will you say like that? What will you say? Loud enough that they can hear. Arrival. So in that calling, there is no that it's free from 10 offenses. How many of you agree? When you're drowning, yes or no? One time I heard, this Prabhu in Yurunavan, he felt his chanting is not good. Prabhupada said, that time definitely is like at least 7. Prabhupada must be there, or maybe late 70s. But so he started praying to Krishna, my Lord. I think maybe I don't know what happened. Somehow his bhakti became a handicap. He was not doing very well. So he went and told devotees, please help me. And my bhakti, I think I might have offended. So please help me. So devotees said, we'll pray for you. Devotees pray for him. My Lord, you think, protect him from offenses. Whatever he has done, his bhakti is not going well. Actually, he asked for his chanting is not going well. I really do not know how many of Nirundan, even nowadays they made nice roads. But this back 1970s, this Prabhu was driving and 1 second he was off guard. from the mountains. What happened? That he slipped. So he slipped from the road. And then what happened? Then the car was rolling down the hill. Then all the complacency, laziness, everything is gone, and lungs full of air. He started calling, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, intense Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. After 5, 6, 7, 8 paltis, done. Car stopped, nothing happened. Seat belt on, car came normal position. You know, he waited for devotees to come and retrieve. Car retrieved. And he never complained on his bhakti or chanting. You know? So sometimes Krishna shakes us up. We should not wait till that time, and genuinely we should try. I'm talking to myself. Somebody raised the hand. Who raised it? Any other question or comment?
In the book. And like once it's a problem, Shuddhana or princess chanting. But then that's it looks like a very long target.
The answer is this, Prabhu. Actually, now, many times, I don't know whether I told this or not before. What I will do is I'll hold my breath and I will chant intensely, thinking it is Shuddhana or what. But later, one day I was talking, I used to go to Vrindavan. One time I asked Vaisesha Prabhu, what is Shuddhana? He said it's not name, it is state of consciousness. Shuddhanam it's more about the state of consciousness. So then I said, what is the use of all these techniques? He said the technique, I told him, actually I do seminars and I give like 10 techniques. He said, no, that's very good. When you apply techniques, so you're telling Krishna you're sincere. Why Bhakti Yoga is difficult? Because that sanctioning authority is in Krishna's hands. Krishna has to give. Happiness, Krishna has to give. Nishtha to Ruchi, Krishna has to give. Ruchi to Asakti, Krishna has to graduate you. Asakti to Bhava, everything Krishna is. But Krishna has to feel you're sincere, you're ready. That's why Bhakti Yoga is very difficult. Another problem with Bhakti Yoga, why it is difficult? It appears easy. Eat prasad, chant 16 notes, and take, read Bhagavad Gita. There used to be a devotee called Mahamuni Prabhu, second generation devotee. He said, Mangalarti, tick. Guru Puja, tick. Bhagavatam, tick. If you do tick, 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 I finished. Like when you go to office, you use your mind. You may use your intelligence also. Dargesh Prabhu made a nice point sitting here. When you do bhakti, you put your heart there. When the heart is not there, it's not. That's why, for somebody in Tamoguna, I have a question for all of you, those of you chant sincerely. You're chanting and hearing, probably sometimes it takes you deeper. When you're sleepy, it all disappears. If you're sleepy, Tamoguna takes over. You can hear. You may be falling asleep also. Sometimes it might have happened a million times. So you're trying to wake up. You're trying to wake up. Maya is pushing you down. You're trying to wake up. But you're operating only in Tamoguna actually. That you can barely hear the name. So, why I'm telling this, what is that? What am I telling? Shuddhanam is actually, what is that? It's a state of consciousness. We need techniques to convey a message that we are sincere. This Bhakti Gyan Maharaj says, it may take any amount of time, but that's what we are here for. That's what we are born. Rest are all details. Family, job, everything details. My father did that 7 years. I don't even remember now how he looks like, and some of you like, for example, the parents, they're gone. They're gone to the next life. That's it. Again, another life, another children. So they're like 4-year-old, 5-year-old. This, if you see this as a whole thing, it appears cruelty actually, I have invested on your children and they don't even remember you. How would I agree? But they've invested a lot at the cost of Krishna consciousness. That is wrong. If you bring Krishna into the picture, that will spiritualize the relationship. The moment Krishna is not, that is Kali Yuga, that's why it's darkness. But if you're sincere, but one thing is, Bhakti Gyan Maharaj says, even if it takes so many lifetimes, what's the problem? I can't think of anything other than this. But I'll tell you one hope giving. Krishna holds an umbrella on you. When I want to join full time, I was worried. Somebody will control me, no money. I'll be like a slave. No. I went through some troubles, but anything I want, always Krishna will give 10 times more than that. So Krishna may give tomorrow. What is this? It's a metal example. Edison says, who invented bulb. Many people, just before they attain perfection, they would give it up. That's a nice point, actually. This Dhara and Drona, expansions of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, they did tapasya 10,000 years. Suchandra and Kalavati, the parents of again expansions of Radha and its parents, they just eating dry leaves, they did tapasya for 8,000 or 10,000 years. 10,000 years. Valmiki chanted for Ratnakar, Dacoit chanted for 60,000 years. We don't even chant 60 years. But Lord Chaitanya's grace, we should have full faith. Faith, you cannot apply techniques and logic to the faith. I mean, mercy. Mercy is causeless. It already flowed into our lives without asking for it. So likewise, we should keep it open. Let the mercy flow. One day it will flow. Radhana Swami made a nice statement. This Prabhu, you know that Prabhu, actually, no names. Whenever we hear you talking about Haridas Thakur and all, we are very depressed because same consciousness after 10, 15 years also. Same Anardas haunt us, same Anardas stares at us. He said, Prabhu, you continue doing what you're doing. One day, without even your knowledge, you're lifted to that platform. You're lifted to that platform. Krishna gives examples very vividly, All these gurus attained miles and they have a lot of mileage. But they also started from, scratch. But they are not, they are like definitely super exalted Mahabharata devotees. But it doesn't appear like that for them, for their lives. They also went through a lot of intense sadhana. So how and when and how that mercy comes, we do not know, but we should wait. That's my answer. I have a question for you. Is there anything other than that? That's it. Only one way. Other process, forget about it. It takes a long time. This one, yes. At least Rupa Goswami has given Ruchi Asakti Bhava Staibhava Prem. I asked, this name is Krishna Krupa. Sasurma disciple. Oh, what stage you are in? He said, I've been chanting for past 40 years. I'm a Nishta, he said. Comfortably. Ayendra Prabhu says there are 3 Mahabhagavad devotees. I told the scenes. I am repeating again for everyone's sake. One is Nitya Siddha, like Prabhupada. You came, but you already you have attained that. You are lecturer here, but you are saying there also. Another is Sadhana Siddha. You do sadhana, you attain perfection. One leg is here, but another leg is there. The third one, Ayendra Prabhu says, a person who has attained ruchi, taste for the body. There are impurities, according to today what I read from Madhuri Kadamani. There may be impurities, but you have attained this ruchi means you are a Mahabhagavata. Because from Anartha Nivritti to Nishtha is difficult. But once you enter Nishtha, the further is very fast. That's what, So, how fast? We do not. That's what I meant. Yes, Raj.
Nobody tried to wait, but like one always thinks, okay, what time to wait, how much to wait.
I asked the same question to Sachidhananda. You have any other thing you have any other choice? Okay, you have taken flight. Actually, Radha Maharaj example is so when you take the flight in India and at 1 o'clock in the night, you're sleepy, you really get a feel that flight is running on the runway. You feel like you're traveling. And after 1 hour, you get up. You don't hear it. Other than sound, you hear nothing. You open that, it's all pitch dark. And a sound is coming, you don't get a feel you're flying actually. Maharaj says, don't get on the flight. You sit down there, how many hours? 15 hours, bro. When you are flight. So likewise, you stay there in the process. One day you land in after a few hours, you land in New York. You are like that. Just pursue. Full faith. What is the problem with Kali Yuga? We have less patience. Prabhuji, Kapil Muni is still doing tapasya for all of us. How many years? Millions. Because, of course, there they meditate on leelas and happiness, no doubt. Kapil Muni is personal to God himself. Our problem is asangohi aim purusha. I am associating with matter for millions of lifetimes. That's why I'm finding it difficult. But once you reach Nishta stage and Ruchi, it becomes easy. Little bit. Any other question or comment? Otherwise, then.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I have a question. Dandavats Prabhu, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Prabhu, in this process of bhakti, is it possible that there is attachment even before there is there's attachment to the holy name, but there's steadiness, there is some attachment, but not have a taste, and how to overcome that and get to that stage. There is a strong attachment. Okay, I want to chant more, and there's an effort to chant, and there's an attachment to chant, but the taste is not there, Prabhu. So how can we get, or what are the things to do to get there, Prabhu?
That is the next stage. Actually, Burjan Prabhu writes in that in that book, Chanting 9 Keys for Chanting. Gateway to the great way is actually Trunadap Sunichana. If you're able to apply in your life, it means you're on Nishta stage. So you're telling you have attachment means you like to chant more means the signs of steadiness, Nishta. But the next, you continue doing it and develop more and more humility, then honestly speaking, that's what I said. Ruchi Krishna has to give. When? I don't know. I'm also waiting like you. But simple thing, do service, don't find fault with anybody, don't criticize anybody. And Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. And Shyam Kishore said, you chant for the pleasure of Krishna. We chant to control our mind. Means there is no Krishna in that. But I am chanting for the pleasure of Krishna. When Draupadi called, Krishna came. Ajamil called, Yamadutas came. When we are calling, Krishna is not coming. Why? When a person who chants to control the mind, person who chants to remove the anarthas, the chanting goes into mode of goodness. A person genuinely, my Lord, engage me in your service, engage me in your service, engage me in your service. Sincerely, genuinely. And then that is, I think, transcendence.
So
So,
Prabhu, in this process, the Ruchi comes first and then Ashakti comes? Like I'm confused there.
no. First Ruchi comes. Asakti means, Amma, okay, you're using English words and you're trying to associate with the technique.
Oh,
Asakti
okay,
is, Amma, it's the next stage of Ruchi.
okay.
You will have a stronger attachment to the process.
Okay.
You understanding?
Yes.
Nishta Ruchi. Ruchi
Mhm.
means as soon as 16th round over, you will not put the bead back down. And more. So Gulab Jamun, one more. Chanting, one more round. One more round. Means there is some taste. Ruchi. That will lead to the attachment to the process. Asakti. So that sannyasi is coming to Columbus, let me go. I'm just giving an example. Or I'll do this service I want to do. That service I want to do. I want to venture risks for Krishna's pleasure. I want to do this. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. Any other thing? Otherwise, we'll end
Thank
it.
Thank you.
So, I think we should end it here. It's a little late. Thank you very much. And if I have spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as a humble servant, but very grateful for your patient audience. Anand God Vaishnav ki Jai Shri Prabhupada. If I have spoken anything wrong, please forgive me. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Prabhu Ji ki